Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, as promised, I am going to do the Envelope of Wonder, but I'm going to do the Halloween version. Spellbinders did send me this little add-on as well as the original, and I'm going to play around with it. So if you missed the first video where I made this with more of a floral theme to it, then I will link that for you so you can catch up. Everyone really loved it, and so many of you wanted me to do the Halloween version, so here we are. As a little reminder, this is what the floral version of it looked like, and this is a envelope shaped card. I love how it turned out, and I think I'm going to run in the shaped card route again with my Halloween version, but instead of floral, we're going to get really festive for boo season. So in this video, we are going to use this add-on set. I'll link everything I'm using down below. This one has ghosts, a little tombstone, we have a little banner here, little pieces of candy corn, we have some bats, a little cat. We have so many fun little things, lots of candy, a little add-on to the banner, and it's going to be so fun. I also received these from Spellbinders as well. They sent these over. They are a pack of their enamel dots. They sent a variety of colors over, but I did set this particular pack to the side because it just has those Halloween vibes. So I'm going to set this to the side. I'm not quite sure if I'll use it, but I'm going to set that to the side just in case. All right, in a moment we will construct the actual envelope portion of this card, but I thought we could start by doing all of our die cutting. Now, as you remember in the last video, this part is what's going to take you the longest. Deciding on all of your colors that you want to use and then going ahead and coordinating which dies to run through on which colors. I'm not gonna lie, it takes some time, but once you get done with that, you're good to go. This is a wonderful little project when I have to do a lot of tiny little cuts. I love using my mini die cut machine. I feel like it just works so well. I also forgot this little piece right over here. So we have a little web, and I think I'm going to grab a pink piece. I think I'll actually do it out of this pink, and this is grapefruit, I believe. Now, lucky for you and for me, I spent the evening yesterday doing all my die cutting, but I left one. I'm going to do this little web in this kind of pink color, and I left one so that I could show you how easy it is to run through on here. So easy. I love this for tiny little dies like this. There we go. This just makes super quick work out of all these little pieces because it doesn't take up much room. Okay, so we have this cute, oh my gosh, this is cute, this little web. Gotta get all these little pieces out. But then we are all set. How cute is that? Okay, so like I said, I did go ahead and do all of the hard work for us. That way we're not sitting here just die cutting. So let me set these to the side and let's go ahead and bring in all of the cuts. Now, I went with a different kind of color scheme here. I don't want to do the traditional orange and purpley Halloween. I decided to go with a navy, grapefruit, and nectar kind of theme, sprinkling in some light grays and a little bit of white, and I think this is going to be super fun. All right, I'm going to clean up my dies. Let's go ahead and construct the actual envelope portion of this card, and we're going to start constructing. Okay, first I'm going to grab a piece of 110-pound cardstock to build up my card base. And I have just an entire sheet here of 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to score that at the 5.5 mark. Then I'll turn that over since it doesn't do a full sheet, and I will score it the other way. That way it meets right in the middle. Okay, there we go. So now I have my card base. Now again, I'm going to make this into a envelope shaped card, so a shaped card. So if you don't know how to make a shaped card, it is so simple. So let me put this to the side, and now let's grab our die set for the envelope part. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm not going to cut out of the middle, because if I do, it'll just give me 2 sheets of this 110-pound cardstock. I'm just going to shift this right off the side here, just a little bit, so that it includes the little fold of this card, right? You want to make sure you have this hinge right there, so that when you cut, it's going to make a little card there. Okay, that's what's going to connect the 2 pieces. So I'm going to go right about there, grab some tape, Okay. Place that down. And let's run this through my Spellbinders. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run that through. Okay, then I have, take this little guy off, my envelope shaped card. Isn't that neat? So then I can open it up, and because I placed that die right off the side, it included the fold. Now they are connected. Okay, easy peasy. So now I need to look at that collection of dies that I have. Let me remove this very gently. There we go. I'll save this tape because what I want to do next is I'm going to, let's keep this and save as much as we can. Just golden. All right. Never waste any of the 110. Never waste anything really, but especially not this. Okay, I'm gonna need one of these, and then I'll need 2 of these. Okay, and then using that envelope shaped die once more, I'm going to cut out a piece of this gray, and this is the pebble. By the way, I'm using all Concord and 9th colored cardstock. It's just my favorite. So if you want to check down below, I'll link the entire pack, and that will give you all of the colors that I'm using for this card. Okay, now what I need to do is, I think I'm going to do this a little bit out of order. Usually I construct this base first, but I think what I'm going to do, just because I'm not quite certain if I want to do that gray backdrop, is I am going to actually do all of my little pieces first. And my goodness, this is a lot of pieces. Now I can tell you right now, I think the ghost holds, yes, the bigger ghost holds the banner. So that ghost is already done. And let's just go ahead and get to gluing. It's really not going to be as intimidating as we think. It's just a lot of pieces. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I find having a little wand is super helpful for this whole process, so we'll get that out. And for the first part, we are going to add these tiny little letters that spell out boo to our banner. So let's make sure my glue's not clogged. Oh, nope. I've been doing a good job keeping the pin in it, so it should be just fine. All right, so I'm going to, again, I'm going with like a navy and pink theme. I really love navy and pink together. I feel like the grapefruit is looking a little bit orange on camera, but once you see the final photo of this card, you'll see that it's a nice kind of salmon pink. Very pretty. Okay, so we have the B, and then the O and the O. Just using that wand to place it, and then just kind of shifting that into position. And as always, I'm going to grab a little block. I find that that can be super helpful when placing a little bit of weight on these pieces. Okay, so we have our little banner. How cute is that? And add a little bit of weight there, just like that. And we can go ahead and instantly put it with this little ghost. So do this, and I'm going to add the glue to the bigger pieces. I think that'll be a little bit more substantial. Okay, so then we have the ghost holding this banner somewhat like that. And if that's not adorable, I don't know what is. How cute. Okay, so there, our 2 ghosts are done. Let's do a couple other easy ones. Let's do the bats, because all they need is their bodies on top. So I have pebble, and then I think the next one I have is cobblestone, and I just checked and that's right. So pebble is the lighter of the gray, and then cobblestone is this darker that will be the body and the little eyes. See how they have the little embossed eyes in there? Isn't that adorable? So cute. Okay, so I'll just shift that into position and done. Same with this one. Make sure this is in the right direction. Place that right on. Okay, and done. All right, now, oh, you know what? This one popped right here, so we might as well just do that. I'm going to, how am I going to do this one? This one has a little curly Q. I think I can just add my glue here. And what I'll do is I'm going to add the glue, and then so that I can avoid getting glue seeping out everywhere, I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to kind of tap that off a little bit, just to kind of give it a tacky kind of texture to it. Okay, and then there's like a debossed guide here so that you know where to put the swirl. So I'm just going to place that right in there, guide that into position. There we go, cute little candy. And that piece, now if you get any of this glue kind of seeping out the edges, I like to grab the other side of my wand and just clean it right off. Okay, now this is actually our little stick for our glue. It's so cute. So I'm going to add just a little bit there at the top, and then we'll stick that little piece down. All right, that is so sweet. Okay, so we got some candy and some bats and some ghosts. What next? Another little easy one, actually this one's done, so we don't have to worry about that. Another little easy one is going to be the tombstone, and I actually think I'm going to add the navy to the tombstone. I cut these pieces out twice, wondering which one I wanted to do, but I'm going to bring in some navy. All right, so actually, let's see, I think this one goes down at the bottom. It does. I think what I'll do is just add a little bit of glue here and place this piece down. Okay. There we go. And then this piece will go right up here. Okay. And voila. Okay, that's cute. Brings a little bit more of that navy look into. All right. Let's move on to our little cat. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a tiny bit of tape, and I'm going to place the tape right on the back of the cat, and that's going to act as our adhesive. I'm not going to get too much to where it comes out the top. Oh, that worked perfect. So you see how we have a little adhesive there? I will add just a tiny bit of the liquid glue, just a teeny tiny bit. And then we have, I want to do this so I don't lose. In fact, did I lose the little nose? Hopefully not. Well, I sure don't see it. Let's do the eyes. Which way do you go? That way. Add the little eye. And eye. Goodness gracious, I think I did lose the nose already. I have to cut one out. Okay, let's double check though, make sure it didn't fall under anything. There's such tiny little pieces. Under the bats. Well, I might circle back to that because it might be around here somewhere as we keep going. All right, let's do the ears. Okay, and our ears are these little pieces. Okay, so this one goes here. And this little one, if I flip it over, will go there. Okay. And then we have little tiny paws. And I think the paws just go down here. Okay. Just like that. And I just cut those out of white. I thought it'd be cute to have like little snowy paws. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna set that to the side. Hopefully I find that other little piece for the nose. If not, I can just recut that out. Let's go ahead and do this candy. Now this candy has little embossed, let's see if you can see that. See those little embossed lines in there? And those are guides. So they're gonna be guides for all of these little strips. Make sure they're all the right direction. That way once I get going, I can go quick. And I think the first one, let me double check. The first one should be this. Oh, no, that doesn't feel right. Is it this one? I think it's that one. So I'm gonna add just some tiny little dots, maybe even just a little tacky line there. Oh gosh, which piece was it? It was this one. And we're gonna place it right on that. So we're gonna make a little tiny striped candy, just like that. Actually, I need to nudge that just a hair. Okay. And just continuing on. I think the next one will be, is it this one? Looks right. Okay, and I'll just continue adding all these little stripes. Like a cute little striped candy. All right, there is our cute little candy. That's adorable. I love the colors too. All right, and then get this one up here. It's really starting to take shape. Okay, I love the coordination we've got going on. Now let's do this little pumpkin. Now this little pumpkin is going to act as a little hat to my tiny little cat. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to put this little stem on there, just like that. And then I think what it does is it just sits like this. So I'm going to add glue just like so. Place this little hat right on their little head. Actually, I'm going to make it kind of tilt a little bit more. Okay, cutie patootie. All right, we're still on the lookout for that nose. I think it's going to have to be recut out. Gosh darn, I really was being intentional about keeping all my pieces handy. Let me check the backs of all of these in case it's clinging to the back of anything. It sure isn't, so we'll just cut it out again. Now, to finish this off, what I'm going to do is do these little candy corns. How cute are these? So I'm going to add glue to the top two because the base is going to be our bottom color. So I'm going to add the white to the tip, just like that. And then this grapefruit, oh goodness, that's way too cute. Look at that. How sweet. Okay, and I'll do the same for the remaining two. I'll cut out that last piece for the little nose, and then we will be ready to start assembling our card. Okay, let's grab the little nose. It's right in there. There it is, popped right out. I'm going to add a little bit more glue there because I think it dried in the meantime in our mad search for it. Grab our nose. I'm going to have to flip this upside down and place that right in. Okay, the gluing is done. That really wasn't too bad. I feel like the first card I did with my florals took a lot longer, so that was pretty easy. The reason I wanted to do this separate was because I just wasn't sure about what color I wanted as my base. And gosh, now looking at it, let me just kind of play around here, and then I'm going to show you how to assemble this. This is so easy. Now I actually really do like the gray as the backdrop, so let's get started here. I'm going to first and foremost grab my card base here. I'm going to add glue all around, and I want to add this gray piece. Now it can be any color, it can be white for all that matters really. All you're doing is just making the actual base of the card. Well, not the base of the card, but you're adding the front panel to the card. And if you remember, when we cut this piece out, we had that die off to the side. Now this piece was cut full, right? We didn't put it in, we put the whole die on there, just like that. right? So this is going to hang off the edge just a little bit. So to make this easy on me, I'm going to bring in my little, oops, my little score buddy. I'm going to put it down this way, okay, because I want these pieces to line up. Grab this piece and then just nudge it into the corner, and then everything will line up. Just like that. Okay, I'm just going to remove that. And you'll see on the back, you see that little lip? That's what that's going to look like. Okay, and that's just because our initial card base cut was just tilted right to the side, right off of there with the die, and then this piece is the full piece. Okay, and again, remember the reason why we did that was so that we could include the little hinge, okay, to make the two sides of the card. Okay, now I'm going to take these pieces. So these have little score lines in there, okay? I'm just going to fold, and I can grab the little, let's see, I'm gonna grab my other bone folder. I'm gonna grab my bone folder here. Just press those down really good. And do the same with these. Press them down. And finally with this piece. And press that down. Okay, let's go ahead. We have all of our little pieces here. I'm going to add this little top part. And I'm going to need actually my tweezers. So I'll add glue all the way around here. And this is just going to give us kind of a little definition for the top of the envelope. And again, you can do this in any colors that you want, anything that inspires you. I'm kind of going for a little nautical Halloween. But these are just my colors, I like them. Okay, adding that piece right up here. And wiggle that into position. Okay, there we go. That looks great. Now, with these pieces, I'm trying to remember. Okay, we're going to do the sides first. That's right. Okay, so with the sides, which are these two pieces, the pieces that we had to cut out twice, right? These are going to go along the sides. We are going to add the glue only to this little lip here. And this is what's going to allow this to be an actual functioning envelope. Now, I don't know that I'm going to take advantage of that in this card. Up. But it allows you, to have a little pocket on the inside, which is super awesome. Okay. And I will just do the same for this piece. See? So then that little lip attaches it, but then the little wings, if you will, are freestanding. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. Line that up really nice. Like that. Okay. Look that into position. Okay, just give it a moment. Okay, so really the gray piece, or whatever piece you have here, is kind of like the lining to your envelope. Think of it like that. But it's kind of nice to do a color, just because it kind of softens the look, but also because it's going to, I don't know, I think it helps when you're layering all the pieces within the envelope. I think it kind of helps to make it look a little bit more uniform. All right, that bottom piece is all set. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue right here and here. Okay, and then a little bit much on that one side. That's okay. Then we're going to close those little flaps. Then we have our little envelope. How cute is that? Okay, now, got a little second just to set. We should be good. Now let's start layering all the little pieces within the envelope. So I know that I want this little kitty to kind of be peeking out. I think that that would be super cute. And I'm thinking my little ghosts are actually I'm going to use foam tape for them because I want them to look like they're kind of hovering above everybody else as a ghost would, right? They'd kind of be hovering a bit. So I think that would be cute. All right, let's maybe start, this is the hard part for me at least. Kind of getting, ooh, I kind of like that. Getting everything kind of situated. All right, well, what I think I'll do is, first and foremost, I know I want to add this to that little top part. You could also add it down here too. That would be adorable. Ooh, I kind of like that. I'm gonna do that. So I can actually save that for a little bit. Let's do the cat. I think that would be so sweet to kind of attach that little kitty there. Have her little paws coming, kind of peeking out the envelope there. Okay, so the hardest part is just starting and getting everything placed in there. Okay, here's our cat. Put her here. There we go. Oh, she's sweet. Love her little pumpkin hat. Okay. Now, I'm thinking, kind of actually liking this candy here. Just like that. I don't want to hide it too much because I really like the fun detail we have going on there. Okay, let's grab some of these foam squares and really kind of bump this one up. Now, I forgot I could add some little eyes there behind there with some paper. Should I do that? Or should I just kind of let it go? I still have a little time. Let me see what that would look like. I kind of like it hollow. I think that's kind of fun. Kind of seems really ghosty. Okay, so I'm going to add 3 little foam squares. And again, the reason I'm doing the foam squares is just to give it a little bit of movement, kind of hovering over all of the other elements, much like a ghost would. Okay, and I'm going to bring that up like that. Cute. Very fun. All right, the next thing I want to do is bring in, I kind of think I'll do, ooh, this would be cute up here too. But I'm wondering if I might like these two kind of hovering together. And I do think I like that. But before that, maybe I'll have this little guy come on in. Should I tuck him? Oh, that would be kind of cute with that tucked in. Could I tuck and also add the dimension? I kind of like that, kind of with his little hand coming out. Let's try that. Let's add some foam squares. See what we can do here. I'm gonna maybe do one there. Grab some non-stick scissors and add one to his little forehead here. Okay, I like the idea of this little guy balancing, or not balancing, kind of hovering. Oh, that's cute, but I like the little hand kind of peeking out there. That's really cute. Okay, I'm forgetting about the candy, and I think the candy does need to go over here to balance some pink. So maybe we'll have the candy here, or maybe here. Yeah, here would be cute. That way the little bats can be over there. Yep, I'm loving that. I think that's really cute. And yeah, I'll just place that right down. So we'll do that. And I like the idea of, of the elements coming out of the card. So I'm just going to make that go over the edge there. That's adorable. Let's add this guy and this guy here. I think that would be cute. And then we'll sprinkle in our little candy corns. Actually, I think I might do this and then this, which I think that's a good call. Okay, let's do foam squares to the back of these. Again, something that would have movement. Kind of having it coming up off the card. Super cute. I'm loving the gray. Do you see kind of why I did that? The only thing is this little guy is kind of, you know, getting lost. But I think it's okay. I think it's going to be fine. We will make it work. All right, and then we'll add this little cutie up at the top with some additional foam squares. I think I'll have this kind of flying up and off that tip of the card. Very cute. Yep, I like that. Okay, what I'll do is, because these are kind of tilted, you know, in between, or this little candy is tilted in between, I'm just going to add a foam square to it because it's going to be hard for it to find a connection if I don't with that paper. So I'm just going to kind of tuck and go like that. That's adorable. And we'll finish these up. There we go. How cute is that? I love it. Now, I think I want to add this down here. I think that would be super cute. I'm kind of actually wondering if I kind of tuck it in here, if that could be kind of cute. And I actually think I will do that because I think without it, we have like a lot of gray there. So I think what I'll do is I will just tuck that. And I think that that's actually super cute. I'm not even going to glue it. I'm going to allow that little ghost to kind of tack it down. And, oh, I actually really like that. We're going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of embellishments. I also want to see about doing a little tag like I did last time. So this was my first card. It came with a little tag, so I need to grab that set. And let's make a little tag and do, well, I'll have to find a stamp actually. Okay, I need to bring in my mini Misty. I found a little stamp that says trick or treat, which I think is super cute. So let's do, I think we'll do a little heat embossing with some white. I think that could be cute. Okay, let me place that down. And I'm going to do it on the nectar color. I like that. Grab a bit of anti-static powder. I'll condition this stamp because I've never used it. I've used elements of this stamp set before. I'll link this stamp set down below too. It's super cute. And I will add my Versamark. Okay. Very cute. Hopefully I gave myself enough room to actually kind of trim this out. Sometimes I mess up with that part. All right, let's add our powder. And I think what I'll use is not clear. I need the fine detail white. All right, now I'll grab a little catch tray or paper and we'll add our powder. All right. Sprinkle that right on top. Easy peasy and done. That looks great. Actually, I'm going to give a little bit to that bottom T. Perfect. The remaining will go right back in the jar. And let's heat up our powder. There is our little trick or treat with our embossing powder. I think that looks really nice. Now I just need to decide how I'm going to go about trimming that out. I really could just do something as simple as, you know what's bothering me, and I have to do it right now. The cat needs a foam square. The cat is like falling. So I know, we're gonna gasp for just a second, but it's gonna be okay. I need to pull this up and bump this cutie up a little bit. And in fact, it'd be kind of cute to have, actually this was a happy accident because then we could have the little paws. Okay, we made a mess there, but don't you worry, it's gonna be fine. We can have the paws kind of overlap onto our greeting there, and I think that's gonna be super cute. All right, dare I say, I think I will cut this out. Maybe use a trimmer. So don't panic, we will fix the kitty It's gonna be a happy accident. I can feel it. So let's trim this down. Let's see, which side is my, let's do this. Perfect. And actually I'll put that right back in that direction and add one more. There. Okay. That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna add a tad bit of, or take off a little bit at the bottom. And, oh, just a hair at the top, but I don't want to do too much because I want the kitty, again, to overlap. Okay, super cute. I think that's kind of nice. All right, I usually get nervous about doing any type of trimming in that nature, but that worked out. So if we bring our card back in, I think it'd be cute to have this kind of go in that manner. I like how it's falling off the card. I think that's adorable. And then we'll have the kitty, oops, I need to fix that. Just peel that off. Holding on to, okay, that's adorable. Let's add this. Then we'll put our little kitty on there with some foam squares. And we've got ourselves a card. Okay, it was like that. Press down. Our poor little cat. It's gonna be okay. More than okay, really. Because our final little guy is gonna go just like this, holding on to that little sentiment. Oh my goodness gracious. That is so cute. Dare we add some shine? I feel like we need a little shine. I'm kind of liking this sequins that I have. I'm going to try to place some around and see how I like it on the card. And I just want to add, you know, just a few, just to kind of close in those little gaps. I think that's really kind of fun. And just tuck them underneath here and there. I don't think they need to be out and about all over the card, but I feel like they could just add a little bit of something in between. I think that's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to, maybe I'll get a small one. The thing about this sequin mix is that they kind of take on different colors. So I'm just trying to find some that are a little bit more on the orange side and not the purple side. Yep, I really like that. I think that's fun. You can omit that part if you don't enjoy it as much, but I think that that kind of ties it all in at the end. Gives a little closure to those little gaps. And again, you know, of course we don't need, you know, white space is great, but the concept of this card is kind of a bursting quality, right? So filling in that white space actually I think adds to the card. Makes it kind of a little bit more visually pleasing. I'm going to tuck this under. Oops, sorry, you couldn't really see that. And same with this. Just tuck that there. Just doing a lot of tucking. They're just kind of peeking out from every which way. There we go. And I'll link this sequins down below. I think that's pretty fun. And then just to kind of tie the outside with the inside, I'll do that. I think that's really fun. All right. Okay, a labor of love, but I sure do appreciate cards like that. There is the Halloween version of this fun little envelope card. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you missed the floral version, please be sure to check out that video. I'll link it below for you. And also know that they do have other little add-ons. They have something, I think, pertaining to Christmas. I can't remember all of them, but I'll link those down below too in case you want to see what other add-ons that you have. Now, as a reminder, you are going to need, I don't have it all assembled, but you're going to need that envelope set that I showed in the beginning. So I'll link that too, because again, the Halloween was just the add-on. So you will need the actual envelope if you wanted to do this concept Okay, so I hope that this was helpful and fun to watch. I sure love cards like this where I really need to just sit still and be. It's super fun. And I hope you were inspired. Please be sure to give this a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.